nickname is Nikki, but my name ain't Nicole.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. Actually, it's been like 5 days since I filmed my last video, and that's because lots been going on. It's been hectic. Excuse my shirt. This is the shirt I dyed my hair in. Today is laundry day, so this is the only shirt that I have that I can wear for this video that was appropriate. I mean, and so yeah, you get to see my hair dyeing shirt. Today's video is a palette update. This palette I've only had for a little over a month now, or for about a month now. And you've seen it in a few videos on here. If you follow me on Instagram, you see that I use this palette a lot since I've gotten it. So enough talking. Let's get into the palette. Sorry. The palette that I'm going to be talking about today is this baby right here. This is from the company The Makeup Shack. This is their Rainforest palette. And I found out about this from one of my favorite people on, well, on YouTube too, but on Twitter, Neon MUA, which if you've watched my videos and you saw me mention Drench Cosmetics, and I bought his collaboration with that cosmetics brand. So yeah, I've mentioned him quite a few times on my channel. He was talking about this palette, and he used this, he did a look to you with this palette, and I was like, wow, that's so pretty, I want one. And then he's like, gave me information. I'm poor currently, so I had somebody buy it for me. Well, they offered. I didn't ask. It was offered, and I said, oh, well, why not? And so the palette came, and excuse the ratchetness because this palette has been loved, but the top, there's no mirror or anything, but this is what it looks like. It's a very colorful palette, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 35 shades. And it's not the same as the Morphe palette, but the setup obviously reminds me of a Morphe palette. These colors, however, are so freaking beautiful. You can see, obviously, that I love this one a lot. I use this shimmer shade a lot. I'm going to swatch. I'm not going to swatch all of them because that would be too much. I'm going to swatch this one because, well, my nail won't let me get in there. But it's so freaking pretty. I'm going to swatch on the back of my hand. It's so pretty. I'm trying to get it all off my finger, but that's just blending it out. But that's what it looks like. See, like, it's so pretty. And another favorite shade of mine in here is this gold shade. Now, this is a gold that I can really, really, really get into. I've used it a few times. I did a look when I got the Just My Look palette, and that's the gold that I used. I even used it to highlight my lip, on my Cupid's bow, I mean. And that's what it looks like on my finger. And I try to, when I swatch, I want to get it all off my finger. That's what it looks like on the back of my hand. They have no names, but the gold and that iridescent are what I use a lot. I also use, let's see, I use the blues a lot. I use the reds a lot. So I'm going to swatch this red, and I'm going to swatch this blue, which is like a shimmer. So we're going to do the red here. And they're so soft, like when you touch them. That's a dope red. Well, it's so pretty. That's the red one. And the blue shade. Sorry about that. Again, parents have a house phone. I don't even know why they have a house phone. But now I'm swatching the blue shade. And I used this. I did a look yesterday, and this is the blue that I used. But that's the blue, that's the red. They're really pretty. I like this blue because like the shimmer isn't too much. And well, that's what it looks like on my finger. That's a perfect blue for a 4th of July look. Those two together. Might be using this palette. But those are some of my favorite shades. I also think this shade, I don't know how you would describe this shade. It's like a muted maroon, maybe. That one right there. I like this one. I use this shade too. I haven't really dug into the purples like you'd think I would, but that's because I use the purples in the James Charles palette. But that's that shade. That's more like a muted magenta when you swatch it. I don't know. All I know is I like it. The orange is here. The orange in here is good. I did a look on my YouTube channel with the yellow. The yellow is good. The pink is, all the shades in here that I have used are good. The only shades I have not used there are 2 browns in here that I have not touched. And I touched the entire bottom row, except the black that's at the bottom row. So basically, I have used every shade in here at least once, some more than once, except for this brownish shade here, this brown in the corner, and this black. So out of the 35 shades, I've actually used 32, which is pretty good. I even used the white. Now this is like a true white. I like this white so much. Like, I use this white, and I also use the shade next to it, which is like a eggshell. And they're so soft. Like, they're so pretty. Swatch them on the back of my hand. So this is the white shade right here, and then that's the eggshell color. Or the egg, well, a real egg, not a white egg, but you know what I mean. But that's what they look like. And I love this palette. I love how versatile this palette is. I love that I can get, it's like the James Charles palette, yes. I can get a billion looks out of this palette. But what I like more about this palette than the James Charles palette, which I love the James Charles palette, don't get me wrong. But the shimmers in this palette, like I can do one layer. That gold, I can do one layer. And there's a brownish gold, I think it's called So Good if I'm not mistaken. But there is a gold-ish shade in the James Charles palette. And I would have to do 2-3 passes for it to show up. Even with my people that would use your finger. Even with my finger, still got to do 2 or 3 passes. So I can't say the shimmers in here are amazing. And they're so pretty. There's a pink shimmer in here that I'm obsessed with. I'm going to swatch that now if my nail will let me be great. Because sometimes my nail doesn't let me be great. That's what it looks like on the back of my finger. I'm going to swatch it on the back of my hand. But like, it's so pretty. And it works really well. And it, like, they work well with the, like, with your finger. Or with this, obviously right there. Or a brush. My fingertips. I also like this palette because it was cheap. I will leave the link in the description box, so if you want to check it out. I believe it was either $12.99 or I didn't buy it, so I think it was either $12.99 or $14.99. One of those. And then they got me a beauty blender. I don't know if it was a free gift or if my friend bought it for me, but she got me a a booty blender, which is not a real beauty blender. A makeup sponge from the Makeup Shack, and that sponge is amazing. And it's one of the ones where it's like the shape there, but then the end is not, it's not rounded. The end is like the triangle shape, but it's flat on both sides. I use that to apply my foundation, and let me just tell you, I highly recommend it. But this palette is everything. And even now, my mom's not into makeup like I am. My mom could care less, but she saw this, she saw me using this palette. She's like, so I know she like, because she doesn't care about makeup, but for her to say, I know you're going to do my face with that palette, I'm like, yeah, this palette is cute because my mom wants me to use it on her face. I don't know what look I would put on her face because she doesn't care about makeup, so that'd be fun. And then my little cousin wants me to do her makeup for prom. She wants me to use this palette, so that's gonna be great. My nieces want me to do their faces on my channel for fun, and everybody wants this palette or the James Charles palette because of the colors. So yeah, I get a lot of use. I've had this palette for a month, almost a full month, I don't know. But I've used this palette almost every day, even when I don't post looks on Instagram, but I still do it. I do my makeup every day, I'm not gonna lie. And I use it, even if I use just one color out of here and put it with another, I usually use this in conjunction with the James Charles palette or with any of my ColourPop palettes. And I can honestly say that I am not disappointed. I love this palette so much. And one of my favorites on Twitter, she has a code. So if you want to get this palette, I will leave her code in the description box. If you want to get anything from them, I will leave her code in the description box. And then boom, there you go. Save you some money. It's not my code at all. And save you some money though. And that's my full review of the Makeup Shack. And what I like about the Makeup Shack is I'm not like a big Instagram person. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not big on Twitter. However, when I tag them in my looks, they like it on Instagram. They retweeted one of the looks that I did recently. I think it was the look I did. Was it my Face Shirt Friday look? There was a look I did recently where I used this palette and they retweeted the look. They liked it. So it's like they show smaller creators love just as much as they show the bigger creators love, which is what I like, which is why I like them. And I really like Drench because they're not just like, oh, you have to have this many subscribers, oh, you have to have this many followers, which is what I like because it makes me feel good because like, dude, I try too, you know, I try. Speaking of Drench, I'm on their PR list, so that's great. But yeah, this palette, if you're into colors, because if you're not into colors, then because if you look at it, I don't think that there are that many like neutral shades. I mean, the top row has, and if you include the shimmer that I swatched, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5. Yeah, like the I mean, aside from those 5 at the top that I counted, it's a lot of color, and I feel like even if you're like, oh, I like neutral shades better, I'm telling you, get this palette, it's going to awaken all of the creative juices, because before I got this palette, I wasn't gonna give up on makeup. It was more so like I don't know. I lost my mojo for it. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw that tweet. I lost the mojo. This palette came and the mojo came back. I even like started doing looks that were all over my face again, which was fun. I forget how much fun that was. But this palette is not only great in terms of actually being pigmented and working. This palette has given me so many inspired looks, so much inspiration. I love this palette. Thank you, The Makeup Shack. I appreciate you more than you know. That is it for today's video. I'll be filming my Face Shop Friday, obviously tomorrow. And I think Saturday, because I did a cherry blossom look, and it was loved by a lot of people on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. So I gotta film that again. I mean, I have to film that and do the look again. That's it. That's all. Any questions, comments, concerns? These lashes were sent by my friend from Korea. I got a Korean, one of my boxes came today, and because I left, like I said, I left stuff there, and she bought me lashes. It's from the brand that I always use, Volve Cosmetics. And I forgot the number because I threw the box away. I want to say it was number 13. It was in the teens because their lashes are numbered. It was in the teens, whatever. I like them. I like them a lot. They're kind of longer than what I'm used to, but who cares? That is it. That's all. Again, any questions? Why do I keep typing? This is why I can't do nails. Any questions, comments, concerns? You know where to leave them. I will see you guys tomorrow for Face Shop Training. Bye.